Hello, I'm Alex Kudnov, a professional Scrum trainer with Scrum.org, and this video is a quick introduction into creative reframing, a facilitation or professional coaching technique. I will give you several examples of creative reframing from real life, and in the next video I'll dig deeper into some techniques that you can use to make your creative reframing more efficient and effective. So let's get started. What is creative reframing and why would we use that? You know that sometimes we go into meetings and we discuss a problem or we discuss some questions, and it feels like we're going in circles and we're getting stuck. So at that point, it's really useful to take a look at the problem from a different angle, from different perspective. Maybe reframe the problem. Maybe in your coaching practice, ask the client a different powerful question that will make him think about the problem from a different angle. So let's take a look at some examples that Sam Kainer, the author of Facilitator's Guide to Participatory Decision Making, my favorite book on facilitation techniques, is asking. So we might be working on a problem that our product won't sell. Well, how about we ask, we are trying to sell our product to the wrong people. What are we going to do about that? Or we might be fighting with the problem that we don't have enough money. It might be useful to think that we haven't figured out how to find some new sources of funding. Or last but not least, well, we don't have enough time to do all of these things that we are being asked. Well, what we might be thinking about is that we have to decide what to do now and what to do later. One of the examples is about Macy's Christmas Day Parade, and all the credits for this example go to Cherie Silas. She gave it to us in our coaching class. So the story goes like Macy's in 1924. They started their now famous Christmas Day Parade, and now known as Thanksgiving Day Parade. And first day parade, they brought some animals from New York City Zoo, and they brought some puppets, and it was a great success. The problem was that the crowds were so vast that people had a hard time seeing what was going on in the streets. Macy's asked their puppeteer to solve that problem so that people enjoy the parade more. And it took the puppeteer about 6 months to figure it out. He was trying to supersize the puppets, and that was going nowhere. Until one day in June, he was walking through a Central Park, and he saw a family with a boy with balloons, and the boy let the balloons go, and they flew to the blue sky, and the family was watching the balloons flying away. And then this idea hit the puppeteer. The problem that I'm trying to solve was, how do I make the puppets bigger? Instead, what I need to be focusing is how to make people see the puppets better. And the solution is the history now. So how can we apply this technique to, let's say, daily Scrum? So let's start with the usual questions. And a lot of Agile coaches who coach the teams, they see these questions being answered during the daily Scrum. What did I do yesterday? What will I do today? And what impediments do I have? Well, first of all, these questions are wrong. These questions tend to turn daily Scrum into a status report, and they don't bring any value to the team. The Scrum Guide suggests that these might be the questions to ask or to answer during daily Scrum, and they target the sprint goal, basically what my activities were to achieve the sprint goal or to help the team achieve sprint goal, what I'm going to be doing today to help the team achieve sprint goal, and what the impediments are for the team that will prevent it from meeting the sprint goal. So the things on the left are wrong, don't do that. And things on the right are correct. Your daily Scrum might vary in format as long as the team benefits from it. just go for it. This example comes from Christine Murray, another student in our professional coaching class, and I found this example fascinating. She basically described the team she's been coaching, and they were answering these three questions. What she did, she didn't go to Scrum Guide, and she didn't give them the answer. What she suggested is a simple thing. How about us changing one word in these questions, and instead of asking what we do or will do, ask what have we accomplished? What did we accomplish yesterday? What are we going to accomplish today? This simple change completely changed the focus of the team, completely changed the focus of the Scrum event, and focused on the results and outcomes rather than activities and actions that team members were performing. Well, this is not Scrum Guide, right? But that worked perfectly for that team. And this is a very great example for creative reframing. But wait for it, her next action, her next question she posed to the team was even more brilliant. She basically said, look, here's the question that you asked, what you accomplished today. What if you ask the question, what did I not accomplish today? That brought a completely different perspective to the problem, and that brought about a completely different set of conversation that the team greatly benefit from. The last examples that I want to give you about creative reframing is the problems that I've been dealing with last week. One of my teams was struggling with creating a meaningful sprint goal that would cover their activities, their delivery activities. And their solutions were to create 3 additional charts. They were trying to add some functionality to existing charts. They were trying to fix bugs. And what we figured out that we need to step back from the solutions and back from the solutions to the needs. So instead of enumerating the activities, enumerating the deliverables that we would be producing within a sprint, we're trying to answer the questions, what will customer get? What will customer be able to accomplish after we're done? And what we will do will deliver the value to the customer. And basically we realized that all those activities that are enumerated under the solutions, they will enable the customer make better decisions and do their job better. And that became the team's sprint goal. Well, thank you for listening, and in the next video I'll be talking about some techniques that can make your creative reframing more powerful and more efficient. Thank you.